Alright, hey everyone, this is Nitro. So I'm getting ready to do my World Arena battles for the week. So just bear with me for a moment while I suppose I'll change up some of my skills on my characters. For example, Leon will probably bring Thousand Hooves instead of Assault. Elwyn... I'm not going to use Elwyn, I don't think, but if I do bring him, his current setup should be fine. Lana, I will replace her Magic Defense Intimidate with Black Hole. Tiaris is okay, Ledin is okay, Landius is okay, Bozal does need changing. Earthquake and Seal are pretty much a must. The third skill for Bozal is kind of flexible, because remember, you cannot change skills in World Arena. You could choose to bring Summon Undead for planning if you're as player 2, right? You could choose to bring Faction Buff to buff up Lana and Zarada. You can choose to bring Sleep to knock one enemy out of the fight. I'll just go with the standard, which is Faction Buff, to buff up my other characters. And finally, there is Zarada. And Zarada's options is to run the Meteor version of Zarada with Shadow Raid, Backstab, and Meteor, or you can switch him to the Alhazard version, where she can pretty much assassinate anything in that version. So it's kind of tough to choose between those two. The Alhazard version, of course, is riskier because enemies can move outside of her range, right? But I do prefer it for World Arena because most of the maps are generally smaller. So I'll just switch her to the Alhazard version, which is Bloodthirster, Killing Blow, and Sly Stride. So that, I think, is all the characters that I use who have been configured. Oh, there's also Listel, who should definitely bring Blood Dance and Seal. And the last skill is the one that's kind of hard to choose. You can have her bring Mindbore to continue to debuff enemies. You can have her bring Siphon to potentially one-shot an enemy with 1.5 times damage, right? You could also have her bring, let's say, healing skills or Demonic Guard and so on. So it's really rather tough to choose that last skill for Listel. I'll leave it as Mindbore for this fight. If you do have access to the Reaper's Touch, it's generally a better option for the third and final skill. Because if you can apply it on the enemy healer, the enemy healer's healing turns into damage. But it is kind of hard to do so. Oh, there is one other character that I will bring to these fights, which is probably Imelda, right? To counter enemy Listels. And I'll probably run her with Dispel, Regrowth, and Freeze Strike. So she'll be a secondary healer that I bring. I probably should upgrade one of these two to level 50 as well, but I actually do have enough gold. It's the question of whether I have enough guild medals to do so, which I currently do not. So we'll hold off on that upgrade. Alright, so hello Vlad. So with all of that covered with my party, let's jump into the World Arena battles. So, here we go. Let's start. It's a long wait time. Which means I am likely to just have an easy battle against the AI. Yeah, that instant deployment, it's an AI. So as always, for these battles, I play Landius rather than Ledin as my tank, and Liana. Ooh, a Blood Dance Listel. Annoying. So let's just drop Imelda as well. And Leon, because Leon will chivalry attack and kill off 2 enemies for me. To be honest, against the AIs, I probably don't actually need a tank, but I've gotten into such a habit of bringing one that I brought it anyways. So, is there anyone else that's critical? Let's bring Zarada, I suppose. Interesting. An AI Leonhard. Except I don't think the AI actually uses teleport. Even if it has the teleport skill, instant transfer, it probably won't use it. So, nonetheless, that's chivalry. And start by killing off the enemy bozo. Diana can move up 3 tiles to a game. So it's 1, 2, 3 to here. The only way I can get affected is here being in one of these 2 tiles. So, whatever. Let's just have Landius shift down. Trying to avoid getting hit by the ethereal fire machete, which worked. So I can just again Leon right now. Let's do a second strike. Oh. Except he divine guarded first. That's a little annoying. But manageable. So let's just 1,000 hooves, which will hit Ledin. And finally, have Imelda apply her immunity to fixed damage on my whole party. Okay. Yeah. Let's have Zarada take out Leonhard to make my life easier. Landius, just activate ability. So let's have Leon attack now, so that he can actually be healed after this. Might as well dispel. Remove some debuffs. And heal Leon. So even though this is an AI match, it's taking me a little bit. But it is nearly over. Imelda, toss out a freeze strike on the enemy Ledin. Zarada can help with a ranged attack. I'm not going to bother to Bloodthirster at this point. Actually, let's have Landius melee attack first. There we go. Finish. Not too difficult of a battle. And that's my first victory. As always, I want to be at around 1640 in points to guarantee myself to stay in the top 10. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out on how many points I have as I get close to 1600. I may intentionally lose a match or two. Let's continue. My Landius build has been talked about in a lot of Nitro setup videos, but long story short, it's Overlord's Badge, Dragon Slayer Gram for the weapon, Mirror Armor for the armor, of course, and the helmets. Wow, I actually don't remember what helmet I gave Landius. I think it's an Aeneas' helmet. I can check afterwards though. Okay, so I'm going first. Once again, let's deploy Landius. Oh, it looks like it's a real player. Liana would be good. And so will Zarada. Well, there's no real surprise there, T1. Salraf is the original server with the most number of whales. There's not that many whales left on Rocky Valley. This is weird. Okay, well, I'll continue. Leon is good, and as always, I'll play Bozo. Don't need to do anything special for this fight. It's an all melee party. I probably should have deployed Ledin in hindsight. Yeah, it did used to be harder to get into the top 10 on Rocky Valley, but we lost a few of the more active, I guess, whales, so it's changed. Okay, so strike. Whatever. I don't think I have to worry too much. He doesn't really have any real ability to reach me, so I can aggressively push Zarada forward and Bloodthirster up, which I normally cannot do. Oh crap! This is strike! Not sprint! Oops! Hahaha. That's fine. That's okay. Oh, that was incredibly careless. I'm too used to Matthews bringing along sprint, so I made that really careless error. Yeah, exactly. I instantly assumed that was a sprint skill. It does have utility, but remember, it can be guarded by any tank. So, if I had moved my tank up first, then moved Zarada, I would have been fine. Oh, and this Elwyn actually also has 4 mobility. Apex boots. Jesus. So my Landius is going to be unable to heal if he uses his Lianas again. I am totally underestimating my opponent. And creating problems for myself as a result. No big deal though. Yeah, it has to be. Well, yeah. In general though, it kind of looks like he's probably from a newer server. Just looking at his stats, they're not extraordinarily high. So, right, look at the angels. 6,920 hit points. Right? Mine have 10,380. So, a lot of differences, I guess. I could be wrong, of course, but that's my impression. Interesting. Act again on Estelle of all characters. I guess he's trying to make my Leon attack his Estelle, but I'm not going to do that. Rather, I think I will just activate Tranquility on Landius. So that I can use Bozel to Earthquake. I'm a big whale! Actually, I probably should have just put Liana here as well. Whatever. It's not like this Elwyn is not going to die if he attacks my Landius. Yay, I got a silence out of this too. On the character that needed to be silenced, Elwyn. So yeah, now, actually, did he get Sage Attack? Yeah, immune to, oh, he didn't, he got immune to all debuffs. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to hold back on the Thousand Hooves. Just a regular melee strike this turn. Bozel can just ranged attack and finish off Estelle. And it's done. Even with my suicidal Zarada. So yeah, Landius, I was asked about him, right? So Yep, Aeneas' helmet for more hit points. Mirror armor for the ability to do fixed damage to the enemy before battle begins. That counters the last rites that a lot of people carry. Dragon Slayer Gram for more hit points, yet again. Overlord's Badge because of all the immunity effects that it gives. Enchant is Thorns, right? And enchant values, well, we're aimed for attack here. This could be rerolled for a 15% increase, but haven't bothered to yet. Mirror armor was defense and hit points, of course. Aeneas' helmet is defense and hit points again. And Overlord's Badge is defense and attack. Hit points and attack would work just as well. But yeah, none of these enchants are particularly great yet, right? This is only 15% increase. This is a 15% increase. This is 11%. You know, this one's 11% as well. So nothing too special. Not really. Landius doesn't hit very hard in the first place, so you're going to need Thorns to do extra damage to enemies if you're hoping to one-shot the enemies in a counterattack, right? But again, it does depend on whether you're building for PvP or PvE. I'm building for PvP, so Thorns is the best option. And in general for PvP, you want to stack as many percentage chance enchants as possible. By percentage chance, I mean things like Thorns, things like Clocks, things like Ice even, you know. Breeze is a percentage chance of occurring. You know, all those enchants are superior to in general because, yeah, the buffs when they happen help a lot more than the guaranteed buffs, like Steel or those kind of things. So let's jump back into World Arena now. Honestly speaking about Hard Rock, I think Hard Rock is much more of a temporary enchant that you run. During the mid-game stages, you don't even want it at end-game, because it's pretty rare for you to drop below half hit points in the first place, towards the end. Right? Especially if you have things like Regenerate from Sophia and Tiaris' Healing Light. Oh, chef. This is a guy from my server, Rocky Valley. I think he's from Rocky Valley. Well, in any case, he's one of my friends. I see him around a lot. Oh boy, another real fight. So let's start with Liana. He plays Liana too, of course. And Landius as his tank. Why don't I place... Well, I'll place down Leon, and I'll place down... Yeah, I'll place down Landius. Against a good player, I think Landius is a safer tank than potentially playing Ledin. Our Landiuses are very comparable, right? 759, 416, 761, 386. He does have more defense, but he has less hit points, 6545 versus 7450. So very, very similar tanks. Bozol and Zarada. Zarada, 5 stars. So, because he's placed his characters further back, and he's running the Bloodthirster Zarada just like me. So I can actually place my Zarada forward now. And Bozol on the side. I was hoping he would do placed like this first. Oh, and he placed Listel for his last character in front. So, in such a battle, I have the mobility advantage, and he does not have an Overlord's badge. So why don't I do this? Chivalry? 1,000 hooves. Right from the start, hammering down the enemy Landius. And retreat. This also blocks him from really affecting the rest of my characters. He activates Bloodthirster. I'm going to turn on the danger zone, and I'm going to basically do the same. The only thing I have to be careful about is Blood Dance, potentially killing off my Zarada. So it's 1200, so this is what? 6300 damage? It actually cannot one-shot my Zarada. Blood Dance, that is. So why don't I... Bloodthirster my Zarada here. This is expected. He's going to attempt to one-shot my Leon. I'm going to do the exact same thing as him, which is again my Zarada. Faction buff. I'm doing the exact same thing. Once again, he faction buffs, I faction buff. I could also... I was considering attacking now with my Zarada, but I think my Zarada needs that additional 20% damage. So what will he do? I'm really quite curious if my Zarada can one-shot this Listel. I don't think she can yet though. I could give it a shot. He makes the first move. Which I'll counter with my own Zarada. Ah, he might actually have enough damage to kill off my Zarada with Listel. Because of the plus 20% damage from the enemy Zarada. Yeah, that gave him enough damage. Darn it. Oh, that's okay. Let's send my Landius in aggressively. I considered, but I don't think she's that much of a threat to me, to be honest. Earthquake. I am going to actually pray her up right now. I realize it's going to cause me damage when he attacks me afterwards, but it's worth it. Oh, I can't even receive a buff. Ha! This is fine. So, what should I do here? I think the best option is to melee attack Liana. Horns activated. Not bad. I'm going to kill the enemy Liana now. He's going to earthquake me again, forcing the Landius revival. And I'm going to have my Liana ranged attack the enemy instead. He's likely going to finish off. Oh. Oops! Oops! That was a big mistake there. Uh-oh. That was dangerous. Do I ranged attack Listel or retreat? Let's retreat. You know what? Let's try the ranged attack.
Huh?
Ah, yeah, he wins. We'll both kill each other, but because he's player 2, he gets the win. But that's how it goes sometimes. So, 2 wins, 1 loss so far. Yeah, I did definitely overestimate my Zarada's survivability. Forgot about the King's Crown effect of plus 20% damage. But it just means that I also need more hit point enchant on my Zarada. If she had a bit more hit points, she would have survived that, right? But with that said, it's pretty hard to get a hit point enchant at this point, right? There's not very many things I can change to get more hit points, unless I'm willing to re-roll this for reduced attack to get additional hit points. So I don't know. Either way, to get more hit points from my Zarada is going to take a lot of enchanting. That's what it comes down to. Oh, maybe I could replace this Judge's Talisman. That may be the solution. I just got an Overlord's Badge. So I think that's my solution. Replace this Judge's Talisman, which increases defense, with an Overlord's Badge. Because once I have an Overlord's Badge, right, that gives 509 hit points and 75 attack, that will give my Zarada enough survivability. So I think that's what's going to happen. It's there's not that many items that increase both hit points and attack. Overlord's Badge is one of them. Slayer's Emblem is another, which is actually also worth considering. Other than that, there's also the Lone Star Amulet, right? And the Lone Star Amulet may actually be the best option, because Zarada's always the one charging forward to attack initially. So I think I may end up actually giving her the level 50 Lone Star Amulet. I have one built at this time, which is currently on Varna. So yeah, I think that will be my solution. Change the Judge's Talisman into a Lone Star Amulet, because the Lone Star Amulet gives that plus 10% attack and defense increase. And we'll go from there. Anyways, but that's... I'd have to reroll the enchant a bunch, and I'm not really in a rush to do that right now. So we'll continue the World Arena battles for now. Yeah, I know, Dennis. I actually don't want that many Overlord's badges though. I'd much rather have a Swordsmith medal or a pair of Apex boots right now. And remember, I also don't have a Ragnarok or Last Rites. So there's a lot of key pieces of equipment that I'm missing, even though I got a crazy number of Overlord's badges. Just doesn't make sense. Oh boy. This guy, from what I remember, is a true whale. If it's really him, it's a true whale. Let's see. I'll deploy Liana. If he deploys slowly, then I know it's... yeah. Oh no! It's not him! It's an AI. So I'm safe. So that's some good luck. Since it's an AI, I might as well just deploy Ledin instead. So Leon, Liana. You know what? Why don't I run a PvE party and play Sophia? And for the rewind and for the last character, doesn't really matter, does it? I guess I'll place Zarada for the heck of it. So Zarada can kill 1, Leon can kill 2. Or kill 4, sorry, with Liana's gains. Philoblast, they take the names of players from your server. And they're actually AI. I think it is actually pretty much their characters, except the soldier level is complete garbage. So all these AI battles, when you get them, are super easy fights. Yeah, the RNGesus in this game is real. That's about all you can say. There's just a huge luck element with the SSR accessories that you get. Oh boy, not good. Florins. Really, really hurts. Okay, I'm going to need to finish off this Leon. Any kind of chance of keeping my other characters alive.
命令を。人、思考、そして。
This really didn't play out the way I expected it to. For example, you know, Leon has been really struggling because my Ledin got his guard disabled. So I guess I'm going to focus on healing up Zarada to try to remove the silence.
Yoshi! 準備完了です。
本当に？
了解。
Florence again!
計画通りだ。
Interestingly enough, everyone has survived, so despite everything, I'm still kind of okay. Sort of.
これが私の信じる心です。はい。あれ？気づかないうちに。ごめんなさいね。
I don't think it's a good idea to have Zarada attack right now at all. But if I melee attack, that's actually more acceptable. Meanwhile, the AI continues to rip into me with AoE blasts, one after another. I have a melody on Zarada because it's my only ranged weapon. No other reason. Alright, so despite all the struggles, it's pretty much over now. EMB is optimal. I don't have an EMB, fellow Blast. I think I've said it before, but I'm lacking most of the top tier endgame gear. No EMB, no Last Rites, no Ragnarok, no Swordsmith Medal of course, and no Apex Boots. So even though I have 4 Overlord's badges, I'm missing just about all the rest. The one I really need more than anything else right now though is definitely a Last Rites. Because Last Rites is really critical for Ancient's Call when it's released. You can work without the Ragnarok. I mean, the Ragnarok is really good for Shuri and Ultimuller, but you can work without one. But Last Rites, that 40% increase, Last Rites is 40% damage reduction, right? It's a huge damage reduction that allows the character that has it equipped to survive things he should not be able to survive. So you definitely need them for Ancient's Call, where the bosses just get steadily stronger the longer you fight. Because the Ancient's Call bosses increase stats with every turn. Since it's a battle of endurance, basically, the last right's damage reduction of 40% will be key for keeping characters alive. I mean, once again, you can play without one, but it's just some of your characters may die much earlier than they otherwise would, which will cost you a lot of damage, really. It's possible you can get an S rank without one, but I truly don't know. So anyways, another real battle. He starts off with Landius. I will start off with Liana. And I guess Landius. The Ancient's Call will be a grind. That's basically it. I mean, a battle that takes 40 to 50 minutes, that's a grind. I think it'll be interesting though. Lestel. So, Imelda. And I guess Zarada, right? Assassination tool Zarada. Well, maybe not yet. Let's place down Leon first. Then I can choose whether I bring Zarada or Lana or whoever. Juggler. Double tank. Enemy Zarada. So yes, I have to bring my own Zarada. Is this Zarada? Also 5 stars. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I pretty much agree with you, T1. No argument there. For this first turn, I don't even know if I should bother to activate Bloodthirster. Yeah, let's not. And it's a good thing I didn't, because they're totally out of range. So far, it looks okay. More or less. Once again, my Imelda fails to buff up the damage of my Zarada. I really need to get a 6-star Imelda, I have to say. Because right now she's always missing the 20% additional damage that she could be doing. Okay, he chooses to Shadow Raid me without being guarded. So I'm definitely going to take this opportunity to kill off this Zarada now. So. Chivalry, 1,000 hooves. Because I don't think I'm going to get another opportunity to do this. Score! Success! So that is the one big advantage of running Meteor Zarada like he did. It really struggles to one-shot characters like Leon.
Mina, もっと頑張れ。言うだけ無駄だ。これを食らえ。
I'm offering a few characters as baits for his fixed damage Listel. As long as I don't offer Zarada and Imelda in them, I'm okay. And he managed to silence my Zarada. That's annoying. Well, I'm going to have to try to heal her to remove it. Zarada will take damage doing so, but I had to remove it. The silence, that is. So let's have Zarada move back a tile and Bloodthirster up here. And finally, Imelda will act and just end her turn. I know, my Leon is 6 stars after all, so he's pretty monstrous. Alright, this Landius still doesn't have the guard skill active.
戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
So why don't I give this a shot? Actually, I already know that there's no way my Zarada can one-shot the enemy Listel.
準備完了です。みんな。ご命令を。
Well, whatever. Let's pray her up.
これが私の信じる心です。
Out of time. Blood dance. As expected. Which is fine, because nobody dies. Just as planned. And he's still... I don't know why he didn't activate Tranquility, so I can actually attack this Lestat, which is what I'm going to do. Oh, it actually hit Juggler. Okay, that's fine too. Killed off Juggler. Perfect. Because of Imelda though, I'm able to protect Zarada against the enemy Lestat. So, I felt bringing Imelda was worth it. Finally activates Tranquility. I'm going to use the spell.
大したことないな。だから死ぬのよ。それ。人、思考、そして。本当に？
And Zarada has to choose someone to attack. There's no point in trying to kill this Liana. None at all. Because of the Shrine Maidens being at full health. So it's either Landius or Lestat. And clearly, the target of choice is Lestat. Hold on. Oh! Her soldiers were alive. Ha 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 ha. Oops. Whoopsie. So it didn't go through. No problem. Opponent gave up. That counts as a win as well. Yeah, okay, I see, yeah. Because I guess the Bloodthirster damage is considered fixed damage. Fair enough. So I had to so you have to activate Bloodthirster earlier. Well, regardless, a win is a win. And I'm at 1595 points, so I just need 3 more wins in a row. This next battle will be critical. I have to win it because I don't want to drop points. Oh no. No! If this is who I think it is, it's a serious whale. He's not deploying anything. So we'll see. Is it not who I think it is? Well, we'll see. On my side, let's start with Liana as always, and Landius. Philoblast? Probably not. The Hellfire Archers are more for the fixed damage that they add after Zarada attacks, right? And that combos very well with the Bloodthirster. But you don't really need Hellfire Archers against things like, let's say, Liana. Right? You could use them, but if you have leveled up Bandits, for example, I would use Bandits over the Hellfire Archers. Because, especially as the further you go, the more immunity to fixed damage people have. So, interesting. Bernhard tank. Maybe this is not the player I was thinking about, except he does have a 6-star Zarada. I don't know anymore. Well, let's run Imelda again. For sure, I think. I'm really not sure how to counter this. Elwyn? Leon? Bozel? Maybe I'll drop down Bozel. And Zarada. And Imelda. Oh crap! Ran out of time and it auto-deployed my Leon. Wrong. Okay, I think it is who I think it is. Leonhard and Farakia, let's just retreat. Forget it. Not even gonna bother to waste my time. Why is he at my tier? This is not good, because if I win, I'm going to be in my rank up matches. Which would... So I lost that critical fight, because if I hit 1600 and I rank up around there, I'd only get around 1630 points or so. So I'd have to do some battles in gold. Oh boy. So my best option is probably to auto lose a battle. Annoying as it is. AI match, I think. Yep. Another AI battle. So let's stick to a more defensive strategy for this fight. The AI approach and then kill them.
言うだけ無駄だ。これを食らえ。
I know, right? Sweet Dango has such a ridiculous amount of points.
これが魔族の力だよ。はい。人、思考、そして
勝負をつける時が来たな。
Ah, Divine Guard.
了
Darn
解。
it. So I have to use Thousand Hooves to disable it. Let's try to use Killing Blow on the enemy Listel, which worked. She one-shotted a 1400 hit point Listel. It's kind of impressive.
戦いはまだ終わ。
はい。
戦いはまだ終わっ。準備完了です。何。
ご命令を。これが私の信じる心です。
みんな準備完了です。戦いはまだ終わっていない。はあ。みんなもっと頑張れ。何をしてるのか分かっているのか。計画通り。
Does Lemons have that many points in Arena?
了解。
はい。人、思考、そして
準備完了です。
Oh my god. So yeah. See, I got 15 points from this win, and I'm at exactly 1600, which is not good, as I mentioned. Whatever. What can you do? Ping pong! So, need 2 more wins in 35 minutes. Oh boy. Okay. Let's start with my Liana. And let's start with, I guess, Leon. I really should check just how many hit points my Listel has, because I actually don't know. Right? She's only at 7,075 though, so it'll be less than my opponent's. But I can't deploy her for this fight, regardless. Okay, let's place down Landius, let's place down Imelda. Listel has, I guess, 4 or 5 movement, right? If it's 5, then she can move to here, then 1, 2, and 3, so I'm out of range. Enemy Elwyn, enemy Rachel. Doesn't leave very many characters for my Zarada to attack, does it? Well, regardless, I'll play Zarada anyways. But what I really need is to upgrade my Chief's helmet, in truth, so that I can have immunity to Sword Soul. Surprisingly though, this Elwyn is bringing Mass Maids and Sword Soul instead of Frontal Assault.
言うだけ無駄だ。これを食らえ。
ピーポーン本当に
For now, let's keep my party safe.
戦いはまだ終わっていない。
ピーポーン
Bloodthirster.
死なないでね
So, he has 1200 hit points, so I have less than that on my list though. Regardless. Faction buff.
俺に力を貸してくれ。
試してみるいいわよ
Use Gospel on Elwyn.
準備完了です。
Which means his Landius definitely has an Overlord's badge.
了解。
Otherwise, he would have absolutely used Gospel on Landius. It makes no sense otherwise. Reaper's Touch has 4 range. So if I place myself here, 1, 2, 3, 4? Shit. It's not going to be easy but I'm going to pray her up right now.
これが私の信じる心です
Oh crap. Lestel can get into range anyways with Reaper's Touch. Because it's 5 movement. Ah. Whatever.
これが私の信じる心です
Alright, so Rachel tosses out Arcane Blast, doesn't really do all that much. I'm going to have Zarada kill off Rachel, then retreat 3. Can I retreat out of the enemy Landius range is the question. Yes. So let's do it. Everyone currently has immunity to fixed damage, except for Imelda, who has it via her meditation ring. So even if he moves up and uses Blood Dance, I'm perfectly fine. T1.
俺に力を貸してくれ。戦いはまだ終わっていない。
For now, I'm going to slowly start to shift my characters north,
油断するな。
away from the enemy list now.
ご命令を。
So I guess I'll start with Liena.
これが私の信じる心です。
Yeah. He made a very, very bad mistake with wasting the game that early. He would have had more success if he, in fact, he would have had a lot more success if he used it on Elwyn.
戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。言うだけ無駄だ。これを食らえ。
知れね
Hyper stack. So I don't want to move her into range to heal other characters if possible, but I don't really have a choice because she has to apply her buffs on my party. So the immunity to fixed damage is too important. So we'll do it anyways. So let's see just how hard my Leon hits against the enemy Landius. Or wait. Well, I'm definitely going to Chivalry. There's no doubt about that one. So, Chivalry? I'll save 1000 Hooves, but I will attack. Since it's going to hit Landius. Alright, that's expected. Couldn't kill anyone. Even my Zarada survived. So let's have Zarada just bloodthirst her up, since she's alive.
戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
本当に
Oh, what? What? Wait, why? Oh, she must have had, she must have still had the restore 20% hit points on her. Yeah. Too bad. That's fine though.
ご命令
みんな。
はい
戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
He has 2 characters to move, I have 3, so I'm moving last.
ご命令を
That's good. So let's heal up Leon.
人思考そして
了解。
ん
了解。戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。みんな、もっと頑張れ。了解。
Ah, the loss of Zarada will kill me this fight, unfortunately. So once again, that Zarada lack of hit points,
みんな、
losing me battles.
ご命令を。
戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。みんな、
So I'm just going to retreat here. That was well played. I have to agree. But it does show once again why hit points on your characters is so important. Definitely, if I have... There's two things that could have turned that battle around though. The first is if I had Chief's Helmet on Leon. Right? With Landius being able to heal between battles, I wouldn't have had a problem. And the second issue was, yes, Zarada dying to the enemy Listel. The very interesting point about that one was I originally planned to have Imelda use Dispel to remove that debuff. But the flaw there is Dispel does a small amount of healing. Right? It heals 150% of the caster's intelligence. And my Zarada currently just has a tiny bit... she just doesn't have enough hit points to survive that healing. That gets turned into damage. It's not much healing, let's be honest. I mean, 150% of Imelda's intelligence is probably around, what, 900 hit points healed or so? But my Zarada currently only had 273 hit points. So once I replace the Judge's Talisman, that changes, for sure. Another reason to replace the Judge's Talisman, basically. You know what? Let's just re-roll the enchant on this Lone Star amulet right now and replace it. How about that? I think it's about time to do it. So I have to re-roll a Breeze enchant. So here we go. Crit chance, I need attack and crit. %7 attack. I can save this for now. But I'm going to keep re-rolling. Attack, hit points, magic defense, pretty much the exact same. Nope. 4 more scrolls. This one's actually good. It's all the values you want, except the values are much lower than I want them to be. Wow. Right? I'm losing 2% attack. Not enough crit chance, and 4% hit points. This is kind of tough. which one I keep. Yeah, I think so too. It's all the stats I actually want, so I'll keep it. So, okay. We'll go with this for now. So there we go. I'm going to have to re-roll for a better one in the future, but for now it looks okay. So, let's jump back in. I don't think I can get the 2 battles in, so I'll have to continue later this evening. I now only have 18 minutes to win 2 battles. If I get 2 AI battles, I can finish. But that's hoping for a lot. 2 AI battles in a row. But we'll see. Oh, I might actually get an AI battle here. 39 seconds? Yeah. Should be an AI battle. Yeah. AI! Hooray! So there's the first win. And once again, I'm going to play Zarada. We'll see. Let's see what the enemy plays in terms of characters. So, Liana, for sure. You know what? Yeah, let's play Zarada. And probably Bozel. So here we go. Oh, the enemy does have a Leon, so let's not suicide Mile. Hang back. Wait for them to come up into range where I can easily crush them. Like the way this Leon is doing. So here's one easy win. Let's see if I can get a second one after this.
Huh?
Faction buff, faction buff. So neither character is actually guarding. And now I need time. Time for Zarada to reactivate her skills. Time for Leon to get chivalry again. Although I can earthquake them. Yeah, Let's again Zarada.
人思考そして
So that she can reactivate Bloodthirster for the next strike.
死なないでね
Down.
本当に
Huh. Oh, there we go. 13 minutes to try to do a second win. Let's go for it. Oh, it's this guy again. Round 2. I don't even know if I should bother to fight this out, but whatever. Let's do it. So for this fight, why don't I bring Elwyn, who I know can one-shot the enemy Landius with Frontal Assault. The problem if I bring Elwyn is Reaper's Touch. So you know what, let's start with Zarada and Liana. Let's change away from using Leon and use Zarada, Bozal, and Imelda. Oh, he did not bring Listel this time. That actually favors me, because Listel is the biggest problem for me in truth. Okay. I need to be wary of Luna, who can move 3 more. And then do 1, 2, 3, like so. So for now though, let's have Landius shift up, like that. Yeah, if he's not running Listel, I should have an easier time crushing him. It just means I need to kill off Elwyn, and then I'll be okay. Not very afraid of Luna. So that was a very, very big mistake on his part. I'm not sure why he brought a Luna with only 655, sorry, with only 651 magic defense value.
Hmm?
何をしてるのか分かっているのか。はあ？計画通り。
Let's see where he moves his Elwyn. Because that will determine where I place my Zarada. That means I can have Zarada, Bloodthirster here to kill off the enemy Elwyn. And that will pretty much end this fight. Yep, that is my plan. Once Elwyn is dead, the rest of his characters will fall one by one. So... no problems with this battle. He's probably going to retreat this Elwyn now, I'm guessing. There's the retreat. So he knows as well that the critical character is Elwyn. Oh shit, that was a stupid mistake. Yep, he's got my Zarada. Or not. It didn't even have enough damage to kill my Zarada. Oh my god. In this case, why don't I just heal her up and have her ranged attack and kill the enemy Luna? Not really. To be fair, this Luna had ridiculously low magic defense, and I saw that even on turn 1. So I was really kind of curious why he brought her. Unless he activated Gale. Then I would have admittedly probably had problems. Yeah. The change in gear helped keep her alive, for sure. Oh, he activated Breeze. Annoying. And I can't reach him either. That's fine though. what I'm going to do is offer Bozal as a sacrifice at this point to
は
totally block this Elwyn from attacking Landius,
あ何をしてるのか分かっているのか
if I can. No, he's lacking one movement from doing that. So I guess I'll Earthquake in hopes of silencing Elwyn. Or should I just retreat back and sacrifice Imelda? That might be the best choice. Sacrifice Imelda, don't guard her. But this Elwyn has 6 movement. Whatever. Let's just move up and Earthquake. We'll go from there.
絶望せよ
He's going to heal, but there are 5 debuffs on this
これが
Elwyn.
私の信じる心です
So it's not guaranteed that silence gets removed.
本当に
何をしてるのか
For now?
分かっているのか
Let's
何
block.
をしてるのか分かっているのか
人思考そして
So there we go. He now can't really attack me. Well, he can probably one-shot my Bozal, but I don't really care if that happens. So let's reactivate Bloodthirster.
死なないでね
Alright, since Elwyn is still silenced, I can afford to move Landius up to guard my Bozal. Next. Is to again
ご命令を
Zarada.
人思考そして
And Zarada will take out Elwyn. Ending the fight basically in my favor. So there we go.
人思考そして
Victory!
何をしてるのかはみんなもっとが何を
ご命令を
I'm going to start with prayer.
これが私の信じ
Because
る心
clearly my characters need healing. Imelda has access to Dispel. Remove the Arcane Blast effect. And good. So yeah, opponent gave up, which makes sense. And yeah, I got to 1630, which is generally not enough to stay in the top 10. So I'll probably have to do 1 or 2 battles to make sure I'm staying here. Alright, but nonetheless, I was able to get into Gold 3. And that's really what I wanted out of this. So, time to jump into joints. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.